Yo guys, what's up? I got the plays for you guys for the games on NFL Sunday. We got 4 plays in this video we're going to get into in 1 second. First, before we do, recapping the last few days. College football Saturday was atrocious for us. Probably our worst college day in a while. We got absolutely screwed on some of those plays, but don't worry because we're still on a 6-2 run in the NFL. Thanksgiving was fantastic, went 5-1. Then we barely missed on the Black Friday game right here. So we're doing very good in the NFL. So make sure to drop a like on this video. It's free. It takes 1 second. Helps me out so much. Anywhere over 200 likes would be fantastic. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe on the channel either. We post every single day for whatever sports on that day. So make sure to subscribe so miss any of the future videos. With that being said, before we get into those 4 plays today, like always, if you guys are new to the channel, especially if you're new to the channel, listen up. This is my best advice I can give you. It's free money. Basically, what we're talking about here is deposit match money, and it could help you guys make over 200 bucks in literally 5 to 10 minutes. I have done it a million times in the past. I made a couple thousands of dollars doing this. So all you have to do is get on certain apps and they will give you a ton of money for doing so. So I have 2 apps right here, Chalkboard and Sleeper. I will leave the links to these apps down below in the description of this video. If you click those links, it basically does everything for you. So just click those links, download the apps, make sure to use promo code GHOST before you deposit. As long as you type in code GHOST before you deposit, Chalkboard will give you a $100 deposit match and a free 0.5 square for whatever quarterback's playing that day. So you get a free 0.5 square, 100 bucks for free. And Chalkboard, I say it all the time because it's the best thing I've ever seen on any sports betting app. And they have an entire promo page where they have about 6+ discounts. Last NFL Sunday, they had 9 different discounts they dropped all on NFL Sunday. This one specifically, Matthew Stafford today, we're going to talk about more at the end of the video, but just note that in your mind, in the back of your mind. Chalkboard is probably the easiest app to cash on because of how many discounts they give you. So highly recommend Chalkboard, and you get the 100 bucks for free. Sleeper, similar thing right here. You sign up using code GHOST with the link down below, and then when you do that, they give you a $20 free entry without even depositing. So that's before you deposit, 20 bucks for free to bet with. And then when you eventually deposit, they still give you that $100 deposit match and a free 0.5 square and a ton of discounts just like Chalkboard. So both of these apps will give you $100 or $120. Links are down below. Highly recommend it. So again, just click those links, download the apps, make sure to use code GHOST when you're signing up. And like I said, you could get 220 bucks in 5 minutes. It's an absolute cheat code. It's free money. So make sure to go take advantage of that because you could take that money, throw it in on this play, and hopefully we could, flip that into a couple $100. We did it on Thanksgiving. Hopefully we could do it again here on this NFL Sunday. So let's get into the 4 plays we have. The first 2 plays that we have are going to be in the same game. We're going to be going to this Tampa Bay Cardinals game. At first glance, as far as the game itself goes, it's not my favorite game in the world, but with player props, I think there's a lot of very good matchups in this game. The first one we're going to be going to, we're going to be going straight to Sean Tucker. Let's just get this out of the way because this line makes absolutely 0 sense to me. We're taking him under 8.5 rush attempts. This line is straight up too high. Okay, if you're just looking at the graph, it looks like why would I not take this over? This is an absolute lock to go over. But if you guys don't know, Bucky Irving is coming back this week off of injury. And on top of that, everybody's acting like Bucky Irving's supposed to get limited time, which he is supposed to get limited time. I don't think that the coaches are being completely honest. I don't think he's only going to get 9 or 10 rush attempts. I mean, his line's 9.5 right now. So I think the over on Bucky Irving isn't a bad play either. But even if Bucky's limited to 9 or 10 rush attempts, like I said, I think he's going to get more. But if he only gets 9 or 10 carries in this game, that only leaves up about 10 other carries for running backs in this game because Tampa Bay, realistically, I think they're going to be a lot closer game than people think. It's not going to be some blowout where they're just handing the ball off a lot. The Cardinals forced the 10th least amount of rush attempts in the entire league, by the way. So they really are only going to get about 10 extra carries in this game, and that's going to be split between Sean Tucker and Rachaad White. And by the way, earlier in the season, when all 3 of those running backs were healthy, Sean Tucker, in 4 games with all 3 of those guys healthy, he had 1 carry in 4 games. Now, all of a sudden, yes, he's been playing good, but even in the last 4 games where he's been playing good, if you guys actually go and look at the snap percentage, he's playing only about 40% of snaps, and Rachaad White is still playing about 60% of the snaps. So this dude, don't get it twisted in your mind. He's still definitely the running back 3 on this roster. So in no way do I think a running back 3 is going to get 9 or more carries in a game where they're playing a team that forces barely any rush attempts to begin with. So I think Sean Tucker at 8.5 is crazy. You got Rashad White and Bucky Irving. I mean, we're acting like the Buccaneers are going to hand the ball off 40 times this game, and they're just not. So I like Sean Tucker under 8.5 rush attempts. I think he's probably going to get 5 or 6 carries in this game, but 9+ seems insane to me. So definitely take the under right there on Sean Tucker. And then, like I said, same exact game, we're going to be going to Jacoby Brissett, and we're going to be taking him over his fantasy score. This dude has been on an absolute heater. He's gone over 5 games straight since he took over the starting job for Kyler Murray. I mean, he's been on a rampage. Like I said, 5 games straight. He's going over this every game. So just because of that fact alone, this line at 18 is too low. If you look at these 5 games, he's gone over all 5 games, and he only threw 1 touchdown last game against Jacksonville, and he still went over this line. Against Tampa Bay, if you guys don't know, when it comes to passing in the red zone, their red zone pass defense is horrible. They give up a lot of passing touchdowns in the red zone. Jacoby Brissett, since he's taken over, is one of the best quarterbacks in the entire league at passing the ball in the red zone. I'm expecting him to get at least 1, but realistically, he should probably get 2 touchdowns in this game. If he gets 2 touchdowns, he should be a lock to go over, just basing it off of what he's been doing. But like I just said, even if he only gets 1 touchdown, he went over last week. It wouldn't shock me if he goes over this week. Tampa Bay also gives up about the 5th most passing yards per game this season, so he should get a lot of passing yards, should get at least 2 touchdowns in this game, should get a couple rushing yards. I mean, also not to mention, Jacoby Brissett's one of the best quarterbacks in the league against heavy blitzing defenses. Tampa Bay blitzes almost more than anyone in the entire league. They blitz the 4th most out of anyone in the NFL. So Jacoby Brissett has a fantastic matchup in this game. He's going to be losing, forced to pass the ball. So I really like Jacoby Brissett at 18 fantasy score. That line is simply just too low. And then the third play we got here is going to be Jaylen Warren, and we're going to be taking him over his rushing yards at 62.5. Earlier, this line was only at 59.5. That's an absolute lock. 62.5, I still like the over anyway. If you look at what he's been doing, he's been very consistent other than this one game against the Colts, but I mean, that's the Colts, one of the better defenses in the league, so it makes sense. Other than that, he's had 62, 70, 62, 68. Now he's playing by far and away the worst run defense in the NFL. I mean, just go back through the Bills' schedule the last month or so. They are giving up 100+ to almost anybody, including the guy that we just took the under on, Sean Tucker, had over 100 rushing yards against the Bills. They are horrible. One of the worst run defenses I've seen in a very long time. So we are absolutely taking Jaylen Warren over 62.5 rushing yards. He should get 70+ in this game. It's going to be a close scoring game. I'm expecting Josh Allen to really not play that great against this defense either, even though they've had a lot of problems defending the pass. He's really bad against man coverage. So Pittsburgh runs a lot of man coverage. I think this game is going to be pretty close. The spread's only 3, so I don't think they're going to be losing and forced to pass. It's going to be close. He should be able to get 14-ish, 14+ carries in this game, and if he does, he should definitely be able to go over against this bad of a Bills defense. They're also really banged up. I mean, there's nothing good about this Bills defense right now, especially their run defense. So taking the over on Jaylen Warren right there. So that's going to be the 3 main plays. If you guys just want normal lines, that's your 3 plays right there. If you want an extra play, I highlighted it earlier in the intro. Matthew Stafford, his discount is 180 on Chalkboard right now. If you go over, this is what I locked in on Chalkboard right here. So we took Jacoby Brissett to throw 2 touchdowns instead of his fantasy score. This line's the same. This line's basically the same. And then Stafford over the discount at 180. So if you're on Chalkboard, lock this in with that Stafford discount. If you're not on Chalkboard and you live in a state where you can get it, go ahead, go get it. Links down below. Just click that link, download the app. If you use code GHOST, you get $100 to start off with, and then you also get that Matthew Stafford free square. But for you guys on Prizepicks, you can still take his Goblin. The only difference is, I believe, his Goblin goes only down to like 209 or something like that. Yeah, so 209 is going to be the lowest, I believe. Yeah, so 209 is the lowest for Matthew Stafford on Prizepicks. Over on Chalkboard, you get him at 180. This matchup for Stafford is fantastic. Carolina is very bad at stopping the pass. He is the best quarterback in the entire league against zone coverages. They run zone more than anybody in the league. So this is a really good matchup for Matthew Stafford. I think he's going to have a fantastic game. So you could take his discount on Chalkboard at 180. If you only have Prizepicks, you can take the discount at around 209. Either way, I think Stafford's going to have a good game. I don't know how much he's going to be forced to pass, so that's why we're just taking the discount version instead. But that's me, the 4 plays I got for you guys for these games on Sunday. Again, make sure to drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And like I mentioned at the beginning, if you want that Stafford discount or you just want a ton of free money, if you download Chalkboard or you download Sleeper using code GHOST, it's $120 and a free square on Sleeper. Chalkboard, $100 in a free square over on Chalkboard, and then all those discounts for both those apps. So highly recommend it. But with all that being said, guys, these are the 4 plays I got for you for the games on Sunday. Good luck with all your bets, and I'll catch you next video.